Oh my God. Say, oh yeah, being a Browns fan ain't that bad, right? That's so funny. No, this is why I never say anything. Right? This is why I never get too high on my damn team. You can't. It's illegal. You can't say nothing too good about your own team. You can't get too excited because stuff like this happens. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with some breaking Browns news that broke earlier this morning. For those who haven't seen it, let me pull it up real quick here. All right. But yeah, for those who haven't seen it, boom. According to Adam Schefter, Brown, and I quote, Browns QB Deshaun Watson will undergo season ending surgery on a broken bone in his throwing shoulder. Of course. He does. Of course this happens, right? Yeah. He already dealt with, you know, uh, a shoulder injury earlier this year that made him miss a couple games. We had to endure PJ Walker, of course, right? Yeah. Had to endure him for choking up. Either endure him for what, 3 games or so? Yeah. The Niners, the Colts, and the Seahawks game. And then Deshaun came back for the Cardinals game, absolutely cooked them. He was looking great, right? Getting us all excited again, right? He goes out there in the Raven game. Didn't start off so good. Couldn't really complete a pass. A lot of drops, overthrows. And they're saying that the injury happened in the second quarter. Which, if you're being real, makes even more impressive. In that, 14 of 14, 134 yards and a touchdown. A messed up, hooked throwing shoulder with a broken bone, right? And a high ankle sprain. You're nuts. Now, some other stuff to talk about here. According to Tom Pelissero, and I quote, Browns QB Deshaun Watson wanted to be shut up and play through the injuries. Yeah, they wanted him to go, just inject him with stuff to, I guess, take away the pain and he'll play through it. Yeah, that would have went well. Uh-huh. And he sought multiple medical opinions per sources. But doctors were clear. If he got hit again in the same spot, the shoulder could fall apart. Now surgery awaits and this 2023 season is over. And again, this happened when they said it did in the second quarter. He played the whole second half with a broken freaking shoulder, a broken bone. Doctors say it could have fallen apart. If he takes that hit from Kyle Hamilton on that final drive, because remember, on that final drive, on that scramble, right? Kyle Hamilton was coming in ready to lick him up, right? He was ready to put a lick on him. If that hit connects, his shoulder probably turns to dust, just like Cam Newton. That would be a career defining injury right there. Now, immediately, Browns fans heard the news and they started thinking, yeah, that Josh Dobbs trade, not the greatest in hindsight. Yeah, they honestly should have just kept Josh, but would Josh have had the same magic as he has now with us? Right? Would he have been able to do that with us? Maybe. He's killing it right now. Would have been nice to have him, but it is what it is. Never fails. You get excited, you start getting a little thought of, hey, yo, could we possibly do something? And then the football gods are like, nope, nope. Season isn't over, but it's going to be really, really difficult. Well, that actually brings me to my next thing I want to talk about. And that is this from Adam Schefter. Hang on, let me adjust it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There. All right. And this is what Adam Schefter also said. And I quote, Browns will add a third quarterback, but GM Andrew Berry repeats that Cleveland's focus is with the current quarterbacks on its roster, PJ Walker and rookie Dorian Thompson Robinson. Now, usually I wouldn't be feeling too bad, but they've thrown, I believe, one touchdown, and they've turned the ball over, what? I've seen like 8 or so times in the, 4 games we've seen those two? I mean, we had that disaster class from DTR against the Ravens. And then PJ Walker comes out, right? And he does all right, but the dude can't freaking take care of the ball. Like, my God, bruh. Browns QBs this season. I'm watching First Take. 5-1 with Deshaun, 1-2 with the others. I guess technically they gave Deshaun that win against Indy. Yeah. I think they gave Deshaun the win against Indy because he started the game. Didn't do anything, but he started. Brady, no, we're not getting Tom Brady, Captain. One, because he's already said that he came out of retirement once. And two, he's technically the minority owner of the Raiders. So for him to come out, he would have to sell his stake in the Raiders. And I don't know if he's wanting to do that. I mean, if he wasn't an owner of the Raiders, I'm pretty sure we'd call him up and say, hey, yo, you want to come play for like a couple months? Hold it down with your noodle arm? We don't even have Nick Chubb to rely on. Fact that this happened literally the day before Nick Chubb's ACL surgery, if not even the day of. It's crazy. We've lost Jakeem Grant for the year. First play of the final preseason game. We lose Jack Conklin, first freaking game of the year. Right? We lose Jacob Phillips, I think, for the year. Out for the year, week 2. Deshaun Watson, out for the year. What us Browns fans do to deserve this, right? Oh, you said Deshaun Watson. The Browns fans didn't sign Deshaun Watson. The Browns team did. One is just to watch a good ass team. You shouldn't have traded Baker Mayfield. You shouldn't have got rid of Baker Mayfield. It's so funny. It is. I go on Twitter after this news is announced, and I see rival fan bases out here taking victory laps. Ravens fans should not be talking right now. You got cooked by a quarterback. Look at it. Look at me in my eyes. You got cooked by a quarterback with a bad shoulder. You couldn't stop him. 14 of 14. 134 yards. Do I have to bring up the stat again? That's not fourth quarter stats. That's second half. The entire second half. This dude absolutely shredded the greatest defense of all time. All time. With a bum shoulder and a high ankle sprain. Ravens fans should shut the hell up. My God. Don't forget 8 teams were in their Watson sweepstakes. Yep. We got the winning ticket, but it had a grenade on the back of it. Oh my God. Now we got Browns fans on Twitter clamoring for other quarterbacks. I've seen Colt McCoy. I've seen Tom Brady. I've seen. I mean, Carson Wentz probably would have been an option, but he's already gone somewhere. I mean, there's no way they're gonna Walker and DTR for the rest of the year. There's no way. There's no way. If they want to be a serious team in the playoffs, they can't ride with PJ Walker. I mean, he'd be all right, but he's gonna turn the ball over a ton, and he's probably gonna lose you like 3 games on his own. Like I said, we don't even have Nick Chubb to rely on. Like, I'm gonna get rid of these other things. My computer's getting hooked up right now. I mean, it is. Is it Jover? Not super, but it's getting close. I swear, dude. Never, ever fails. Never fails. Honestly, I would roll with DTR. Let him actually have a full week to prepare instead of 2 hours. Someone tweeted Cam Newton. No. Yeah, to replace someone with a cooked shoulder with someone with an even more cooked shoulder. And you get the people saying we should get Matt Ryan. Yeah, we're gonna drag Matt Ryan out of the booth to come play for the Browns. Oh God! Why? I'm starting to have fun. Right? Starting to have fun again. Watch Deshaun, go out there and cook the Cardinals. Whoop they do. He goes out there to freaking deep fries the Ravens in the second half. Thinking, oh my God, is this dude like him? Shoulder injury. Out for the year. I think it was a troll job. I thought, no way, this is real. And it is. If people really question this dude's toughness, I want to slap him in the face. Slap him square upside the head. This dude played a whole second half with a broken bone in his shoulder. And he wanted to keep playing through it. It's like, hey, yo, Baker did that with his non-throwing shoulder. And yeah, worst season of his career. Not to mention, this was his throwing shoulder. And like they said, if he were to play through that and take one more hit, his shoulder would literally crumble. It would literally crumble into a million pieces. His shoulder would turn to dust. He'd be Cam Newton too. He would literally be Cam Newton, pretty much. Hooked shoulder, and he'd essentially be a running back. Did he break his back? No, Rays. He broke a bone in his shoulder. Never fails, man. We can never be nice. Are the most luckiest team in the NFL. Freaking do it. God. Bro was coming off a masterclass, too, in the second half. And boom. God, brother. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Phone's probably cutting out like crazy. Someone tweeted Barry comparing this situation to the Eagles winning with a backup quarterback. Well, I mean, it is kind of similar. Jim Schwartz was over there. Schwartz is probably thinking, yo, can I like have an actual healthy starting quarterback for a whole year? I mean, what is this? The last time he was the defensive coordinator was with the Eagles. Carson Wentz having an MVP season. ACL, I think it was. Out for the year. Big Dick Nick. That's probably why they want Nick Foles, because that same energy, right? It'd be hilarious if Nick Foles literally walked in the building and freaking led us to the same spot. That'd be hilarious. But it's not going to happen. You know why? Because I don't know. Because we're probably not going to bring in a serious quarterback. Be for somebody like to back up whoever we start. Yeah, it'll be for like someone later on, but someone on Twitter also said DTR's preseason run low key sabotaged Cleveland's season. Well, yeah, I mean, honestly, we could have kept Dobbs even though DTR was cooking. Preseason Kenny Pickett, preseason DTR, Tom Brady. Three greatest quarterbacks of all time. I wouldn't say DTR was the best, but he was really good. We should have still kept Dobbs, though. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But for those asking, is it Jover? It's not Jover officially, but it's up there. It's up there. Schedule isn't the worst either. So Jordan Schultz actually just tweeted something out here. I'm gonna actually pull it up. Hang on, I gotta find it here, guys. I'm gonna find a spot to put it. Here we go. There we go, right there. All right. Let's do this. Let's see where this ends up. Oh, actually, I don't need the picture. I'm just gonna do it like that. All right. So, you see the tweet from Jordan Schultz on your screen. Let me make it big for the people that can't see. There you go. And yeah, it's not going to be PJ Walker starting this week. Now, according to Jordan Schultz, and I quote, the Browns are planning to start rookie Dorian Thompson Robinson at QB this week versus the Steelers. Barring a last minute change of heart, sources tell Bleacher Report. PJ Walker would be DTR's backup. The team announced early this morning that Deshaun will undergo season ending shoulder surgery. Primetime football is going to be Zack Wilson. No, it's going to be probably DTR or something. No, Captain. It's probably going to end up being like a third quarterback. I don't think they're going to really roll with freaking PJ or DTR for the rest of the year. I don't know. They might, but if they are not trying to waste this season, they're probably going to start DTR this week. And then they're going to go out and probably sign a quarterback or something. And then, I mean, they might even sign a quarterback like this week and then use the whole week to get him prepped up. They might have even already signed a guy, but they're not making it official until next week. Be like, hey, yo, can you, hop on a jet? I know there's people out there saying, "Oh, what about Philip Rivers?" I'm not trying to have the freaking shot put thrower as my quarterback. Besides, he's over there doing things in high school football. Yeah, I don't even think he'd be able to play. Cardale Jones? You know, that would be hilarious if Cardale Jones has walked in the building and led the Browns to the Super Bowl. I mean, he did it with the Buckeyes, but that Buckeyes team was generational. Like I said, we don't even have Nick Chubb to rely on because he's out for the year too. In fact, he just had ACL surgery, I think, yesterday. So he's out for another 9 months with that. I actually saw his Instagram post and thought, oh my God, is he coming back? Yeah. Nick Chubb's going to come back 3 months after freaking massive injury and fresh off an ACL surgery. Yeah, okay. Sure. Uh huh. Yeah, a running back's going to play with an ACL injury. Sure. Yeah. Introducing a new Cleveland Browns quarterback. Mark, do you want to get freaking blocked? No. No. Again, noodle arm. Noodle arm quarterbacks. And every quarterback available is pretty much ancient, too. The only quarterback I think that you could probably bring in and not have, clap back for me is probably Nick Foles. Because at least he's decent. But now I know Andrew Berry's thinking, why did we trade Josh Dobbs? Why did we trade him? Could have kept him. He would have been able to handle the business. No, trade him for a 5th-round pick. We were expecting Rodgers versus Watson, right? And instead, we end up getting DTR versus Zack Wilson or someone else versus Zack Wilson. Because, like I said earlier, Andrew Berry is probably going to bring in another quarterback. Because if they're serious about this season, which they seem to be serious about it at least somewhat, they're not going to roll throughout the year with PJ Walker. I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. But not with these guys. At least they're going to give DTR a full week to prepare this time, not 2 hours. Gotta tweet something out here. And the game's at home again. So you mean to tell me DTR's 2 starts this year are against the Ravens and the Steelers? But I mean, that Ravens game, he started literally, they announced him as a starter like 2 hours before the game. He's even said like he didn't even know he was starting waking up that day. He'll have a legit time to prepare now. Wheelchair, no, he's actually not available, I don't think. I think he was signed over. Oh, he's in LA now. But now that they got Bradford back, I mean, I don't know if I want Carson Wentz on this team. It'd be freaking hilarious. Talk about time as a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. EJ isn't bad per se, but you know what he is. DTR has a higher ceiling and no practice preparation for the first Ravens game. Yeah, you don't play PJ Walker because PJ Walker's a turnover machine. If you're being serious, yeah, you do that. I'm gonna wrap this up. 14 for 14, 134 yards, and a touchdown on a bad shoulder. Thing is, on that final drive again, he literally had that scramble play. Kyle Hamilton was coming in ready to light him up. If that hit happened, his shoulder might have legit fallen apart. So it's literally the football gods saying, "Hold up, get out of there." The football gods are like, "You're cooking. We don't want this to end. Keep going. Push him out of the way." Oh, damn. Oh man, but I'm gonna get out of here and continue to sulk and complain and do whatever you do when you're not happy. At least DTR will have legit time to start, to prepare. Heck, if he cooks this week, I bet you they keep him as quarterback. Why not? But I mean, you're a playoff. You're trying to be a playoff team. If we weren't a playoff team, I'd be like, yo, just start DTR the rest of the year. But we are a playoff team, right? We're 6-3, and we're right in the thick of the playoff hunt. There's no way they go into the rest of the season with PJ freaking Walker. DTR would be fun, but yeah, I mean, it would be easy if we had Nick Chubb. Thanks a lot, Minka. Freaking scrub. You just had to put an ugly hit on freaking Chubb, huh? You had to come in and hit him from the side on the knee, huh? You just had to do that, didn't you? Oh my God. What's with our rivals and hurting our players? I mean, obviously not intentional. I mean, Ronnie Stanley did have that gnarly hit on Denzel Ward. Gave him a neck injury, of course. Swear. Do the Browns have to play dirty? Obviously, if we tried to play dirty, it would hurt us more. We're not a team that takes cheap shots, you know. But this is ridiculous, man. So, in case you're just tuning in, Deshaun Watson out for the year with a broken bone in his shoulder. I heard he suffered it during the second quarter, so he played the whole second half with it, which is even crazier. Because as I've mentioned before a couple times, 14 of 14, 134 yards, and a touchdown on a bad shoulder. Like that's nuts. That's actually insane. And if I'm a Ravens fan, I'm literally not saying a damn word right now because you got cooked by a dude with a bad shoulder. You got absolutely torched by Deshaun Watson, who had a high ankle sprain and a messed up shoulder, a broken bone. Let's see. So Watson was, I guess, interviewed today or whatever. Still wearing the walking boot on his left ankle, and he said at halftime I knew something was wrong, but I was just pushing through. At least he's not trying to be like Baker. He wanted to be like Baker and play through it, but this is his throwing shoulder. So that means Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, and now Deshaun Watson are all out for the year. That's crazy. ACL, Achilles, and a broken bone in his shoulder. And then, of course, you have Aaron Rodgers out for the year. At least that's what we think, with an Achilles. Although Aaron Rodgers is having his fan base thinking that he'll be back. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that at all. I wouldn't come back with that. So yeah, DTR is gonna start this week. See how it goes. At least they'll have a full week to prepare, an actual practice week, and not 2 hours. So we'll see how that goes. They'll be able to formulate a game plan around him, and hopefully everything's fine. And of course, backup tackles too. Yay! Backup tackles. No Jones. No Conklin. Well, I don't know about maybe Jones will play this week, but no Wills, no Conklin, no Chubb, no Deshaun. This is what we get for having a. Oh yeah, and Anthony Richardson too. Yeah, can't forget about him. See, this is why. This is where Gardner Minshew would be so like legit perfect. Exactly Gardner, but someone like him, right? In fact, let's take a look at the available quarterbacks. I know there was like a bunch of cooked ones. Let's see what they got here, and then I'm gonna head out. Steeler fans are gonna be like, Texans fans are like, oh my god, we're actually gonna get a good pick after all. Literally said during my freaking stream last night, oh yeah, what if the Brown season falls apart? Why did I have to open up my big mouth? The football gods literally be like, all right, bet. All right, bet. Never fails. To be fair, though, I mean, this happened obviously before my stream. So, in terms of quarterbacks, UFAs, you have Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Colt McCoy, Joe Flacco, Nick Foles. I mean, Chase Daniel, Trevor Simeon, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Ripien, Will Greer, John Wolford, Trace McSorley, Bryce Perkins, Matt Barkley, Chris Streveler, Jake Fromm, Jake Luton, Reed Sinnett, Ben DiNucci. No! Tim DeMora. Who the hell is that? They're just putting names in the freaking thing. What is this? Just insert QB. Winning on Sunday so I can see. Jacob, we're still kicking your butt. We're still kicking your butt. We are still going to kick your butt. Yeah. Wow. 1 touchdown, 5 picks for PJ Walker. No, it's probably going to be DTR. Yeah. It'll be DTR this week. Deshaun says he thinks surgery will be next week. Wow. I said at least DTR will have a full practice week. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I got for you guys. I just love reading people on Twitter, man. But my God, this hurts. What did we do to deserve this? I'm just wondering. Just having some fun, enjoying Deshaun Watson out there cooking, and now his shoulder is cooked. Last time Deshaun had something like this was what his like rookie year where he tore his ACL. I think it was. I mean, he's 5-1 as our starter, but I'm not. Let's see, Deshaun Watson stats, Football Reference. I think the last time he missed any games, like missed a season, was ACL. I think his rookie year. Yeah, he only played 7 games in 2017. Went 3-3. And that, of course, was I don't even remember who their quarterback was back then to back him up, but I know he was a scrub. That's all I know. And then next 3 years after that, he would essentially miss what 1 game, and that was in 2019. Had 3 straight Pro Bowl seasons. 2 of those were amazing seasons. Went 21-10 as a starter, 18-19. In 2020, the team was ass, but he was really good. 4,823 yards. And it's really sucker to this really sucks because if you think about it, think about this. Okay? Last year, missed 11 games, suspension, beginning of the season. He's really gonna miss another what, 8 games. He already missed the first half of the season last year. He's missing the second half this year. Football gods try to like equate this for like a full season missed. That's wow. Oh my god. And the thing is, this is of course after the trade deadline. If this had happened before the trade deadline, the Browns would have definitely been on the phones trying to swindle to get a decent quarterback in so they could, at least compete. But now he's done for the year. So we'll see what the Browns do when it comes to finding a quarterback. Maybe they stick with DTR, but they also said they're going to bring in a third quarterback. Not sure who it'll be. It's probably going to be like, someone like Nick Foles or McCoy or something. Or watch it be Flacco. Yeah, bring in the guy that stung us so many times as an opponent. Bring him in to be the starter. Yeah, he's kind of old, but I mean, bring in someone who can hold it down and at least give the defense a little bit of support. Because there ain't no way we're gonna waste this generational defense. Oh well. Oh well. And the craziest thing is too, Josh Dobbs was actually interviewed. I think can't remember who interviewed him, but I saw an interview, a clip, talking about how his final couple hours was leading up to the deadline. He said the Browns were interested in him. The Browns literally could have traded for him. Especially looking at this now. That would have been a clutch move, but yeah, of course, they also wanted Jacoby Brissett, but their commanders weren't moving off of their asking price. Looking back at it, I'm sure the Browns would be like, yeah, well, we're still not going to do that. Wow. It is what it is. I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and if I find out anything more, I'll definitely be out here, and yeah, we'll see what we do when it comes to signing a quarterback. But this week it'll be DTR. So we're gonna probably sign a different quarterback for the Broncos game. And then we'll see what happens there. Never fails. Never freaking fails. Never. Never fails. Always something. Having a little bit of fun. Baseball gods be hitting us in the head with a baseball bat. Every freaking time. But I'll see you guys later. I'll be live tonight at 10 o'clock for Cavs Blazers. Hope to see you there. And yeah, let's go Browns. Woo. Deshaun out for the year. DTR time. Hopefully he does better than he did week 4. I mean, he should be better because he'll actually have a full week to prepare. He'll be out there getting full reps with the first teamers this week, so that's good. But I'll see you guys later. And keep going. Next man up. Watch DTR go out there and cook, and then we keep him as our quarterback. I mean, that wouldn't be bad, but dang, that'd be one hell of a trial by fire for him. But he's a good quarterback, I mean, see how it goes. So, see you guys later. Bye-bye. Now, excuse me while I go jump off a bridge. Not really, but you get the idea. I didn't want anyone to think I was actually going to jump off a bridge. Have the freaking police showing up at my door. Be like, are you okay? It's like, yeah, why? Someone called us telling us that you were going to jump off a bridge. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna jump off a bridge because my quarterback got hurt. Oh, no. Just gonna go to the bridge at the edge and just look down and think, why did we do this? Why is it always my teams? Why?